So after seeing this movie, I pretty much had Machete stuck in my head the entire week. What's going on, guys? I am your host, Fro-Tho. Fro-Tho. And you are tuned into the Afro playlist.
What the hell is that?
The Afro playlist is where I review the hottest movies, video games, and primarily hip-hop music. And today we're going to talk about the movie Machete Kills!
What the hell is that?
This is the follow-up to the 2010 movie Machete. This movie stars Danny Trejo, which up until his cameo in Def Jam Fight for New York and this Machete movie series, I never knew his name. I always just used to refer to him as that guy. The guy has been in actually quite a bit of movies. It's just that his character always gets killed off either 10 minutes within being on screen, or he only has like 3 lines and gets killed within 10 minutes of being on screen. But the guy has a very recognizable and a very distinguishable face, so every time I would see him in a movie, I would go, "Watch out! It's that one guy." This film also stars Mel Gibson, Damien Bashir, I don't really know how to say that, Amber Heard, Sophia Machete Vergara, Michelle Rodriguez, and Charlie Sheen. It is directed by Robert Rodriguez, who you may know from Once Upon a Time in Mexico, 2007's Grindhouse with Quentin Tarantino, and one of my personal favorites, Sin City. Following the events of the first movie, Machete is recruited by the White House. He is to return to Mexico and defeat an arms dealer that has missiles aimed at Washington, D.C. That is probably the closest thing to a plot I can actually kind of give for this movie. One thing I would like to mention is that, no, you do not have to see the first Machete to understand everything that's going on and enjoy Machete Kills. Really, the only thing you need to know is Machete kills and Machete don't die. Also, do not go into this film expecting anything serious. If you saw the trailers and commercials, there's a good chance you thought to yourself, "This looks dumb." Then you probably reacted the way the studios wanted you to react. This film is not made to be taken seriously at all. It's almost actually trying to be bad on purpose. That's actually where the film gets its unique style and kind of originality from. Kind of think of this film as a tribute to the 70s and 80s exploitation films like Foxy Brown, Shaft, Death Wish, the list goes on. If you love senseless violence, cheesy movie references, various in-jokes, tons of bloodshed, and laughing at randomness, then this will definitely be the movie for you. Now, with that being said, although this film has a kind of ploy to be terrible, I actually thought the acting was actually very good. You really got the sense that everyone had fun. You know, they didn't care about looking stupid or sounding dumb. Everyone just had a really good time. Think back when you guys were kids and you used to pretend that you were Power Rangers or something. You didn't care how you looked, you didn't care how you sounded. You were caught up in the moment of trying to defeat whichever one of your friends was the evil monster at the time. That's kind of what this movie reminded me of. A bunch of actors just having fun, not really caring about anything, getting caught up in the moment. Danny Trejo was great. I honestly can't see myself enjoying this film as much as I did without him. Just that stone cold look, man, and that persona he has, it was really hilarious and it kept me laughing the whole time. Damien Bashir was really hilarious as well. He had this bit where he would go back and forth between 3 personas that all existed within his head. Add that with the hilarious scenarios that him and Machete often found themselves in. I thought that was very funny and worked out very well for the movie. Despite me actually making fun of her voice earlier in this review, I actually really like Sophia Vergara in this film. Given that the kind of theme of this movie is actually pretty lighthearted, I thought her character was actually quite menacing, and you felt some sort of sympathy towards her as she goes on her quest to exact revenge on Machete! As much as I really like this film, I will admit I do have some small complaints. I will admit as we got closer to the end of the film, it seemed to drag on. There were a few times I was just kind of sitting there like, come on, wrap this up. Okay. But for the most part, I was very engaged, I wasn't really bored, and I laughed throughout the entire film. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who has a sense of humor towards senseless violence, excessive bloodshed, all things done cheesy and terribly, but with good taste. If any of that sounds interesting to you, then definitely check out the movie Machete Kills. And that wraps up everything I have to say about Machete Kills. If you saw Machete Kills, did you think it was dope? Would you rather do dope than watch this movie again? Let me know in the comment section. Also, if you want to be part of the show, send your
What the hell is that?
to the email address listed on the screen right now. For watching, guys, and for everyone here at the Afro Playlist, we are signing off with a peace.
What happens if you cut off your fro?
What happens if you cut off the sideburns?
That's a very good question.